Welcome into Garnet and Gold Grub, presented by Tico People's Gas. I'm Catherine Phillips, alongside award-winning chef Travis Johnson. He's the executive culinary director of Seminole Dining, and it's rivalry week here in Tallahassee, and the Noles are getting ready to take down the Florida Gators. So of course, we have to make some gator dogs.
Yes, today we're going to be cooking up gator dogs and a 5-cheese beer mac and cheese.
All right.
That sounds awesome. I look at this as kind of the adult version, because I remember as a kid when we'd have mac and cheese and hot dogs at the house, and now this is more like the adult version because we have the beer and the more gourmet cheeses, and of course the gator dogs.
Of course.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start with the mac and cheese. We're going to start out with our mixture of onions, peppers, and garlic, because they bring a lot of flavor to them when you get the caramelization and the sugars and the good flavor. So we're going to let those cook for just a minute, and then we'll get to the good stuff. So today we selected a local proof beer. It's a dark beer. You can choose any of choice depending on the flavor you're looking for. But we're going to go ahead and add that in. We allow it to cook because we want to cook the alcohol out, but we want the flavor to stay.
Right.
So we have our onions and peppers. They've been cooking now, and we have a good beer reduction. I'm going to turn that heat up just a little bit.
And you have this over here on natural gas, so what's the advantage of that?
I love cooking with natural gas. You can control the heat, especially like for a dish that we're doing right now. I need to go ahead and burn that alcohol off, so I'm cranking that heat up. I'm putting a good caramelization on those onions, and then when we're ready to add the cheese sauce and bring it to more of a simmer, we can control it a little bit.
That already smells so good.
We're going to go ahead and add in our heavy cream. It has more fat than the whole milk, so it's going to hold up a little more. Now, we never want to bring this back to a boil. We only want it to be at a simmer. So we'll go ahead and fold this in. And the longer this cooks, your cream will continue to reduce to go ahead and thicken this up a little bit more, but the cheese is going to do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and add my whole milk. All right, now as this is cooking, we'll look at the cheeses we selected today. So we used a mild cheddar, a pepper jack, a Monterey Jack blend, a fresh Parmesan, and a smoked Gouda. So as this starts to warm, we're just going to go ahead and fold in our cheese. And this is already smelling wonderful. And again, we're going to keep this on low and just allow all of that cheese to melt and incorporate into the cream. Next, we want to do our gator dogs. The gator dogs made up of majority gator, a little bit of pork, and some other great aromatics and fresh herbs. And today we're going to do a pan sear on it, and we're going to serve it on a house roll. This is a harder roll that we make in-house. It's a sourdough, and we want a little toast to it and make this bun taste a little better. So we'll put this on the top here.
So for someone who's never had gator, what would you compare it to? How would you describe it?
A lot of people, it's similar to eating like a southern sausage or a smoked sausage or an andouille. Just has a little bit different flavor. Given that like the gator dogs contain you know, a mixture of pork and some other aromatics, it's not all gator, but it's all good. Now let's go ahead and get our gator on. Now as that's beginning to sizzle, let's go ahead and finish our mac and cheese. So I'm going to grab this mac and cheese. It's been cooking down on the back. We're going to go ahead and add our noodles. And as you notice, I've only used one pot, which makes it a little easier, makes it a lot easier for cleanup after a long day of tailgating and eating. I've got my cheese sauce ready to go. Now folding in all of my elbow macaroni. So before we put this in the oven, we're going to just top it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just so we have a nice crisp layer on top. And we'll take this and we're going to put it in the oven, and we'll go back to those gator dogs. Those are smelling really good. We'll go ahead and give these a shot. Have you had gator before?
I have never had gator.
Okay, so we got a sizzling hot gator dog, and just to dress it up, give it a little more flavor, we're going to add a little Creole mayonnaise, which is basically your Creole mustard, a little bit of mayonnaise, and some Tabasco to kick it up a notch.
Okay.
You throw a little bit of aromatics on there. Ooh, that looks really good. What do you think? Give this a shot?
Let's go for it. So good.
That's good. Let's check on the mac and cheese.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Can you imagine having a scoop of that with your gator?
Put it on top of it?
Oh, absolutely. Again, total cook time, about 30-35 minutes. Really, when it goes in the oven, you're just melting the cheese on top and caramelizing the top because the cheese is already hot and the pasta warms up with the sauce.
It's all in one pot.
All in one pot.
So easy. For full details on this recipe, which you definitely want to go check out, and more information on how you can incorporate natural gas at home, at your business, or at your next tailgate event, go to peoplesgas.com/cooking.
It tastes like victory.